Hello and welcome to Red Herring Media. I was going to film outside, but it's so windy out there and cold that it kind of takes your breath away. Not in a windswept romantic kind of way, but a medical emergency kind of way. So we're going to do it indoors today in my little sardine can of an apartment. But what I wanted to talk about was AI, just to elaborate on my kind of thoughts about that and how it creeps me out. And the reason is because I don't understand it. It's kind of surpassed logical sense at this point, for me at least. Yeah, AI doesn't have a kind of a point of connection to it. I guess I could say, elaborating on what I said in a video title, which was AI generated content projects this kind of sense of dissonant ambiguity. It's always creeped me out ever since it became more prevalent, on social media and things like that. With the videos, I'm specifically talking about the AI generated videos that came about, I think a few years ago. It wasn't that long ago, was it? It was like maybe even less than that, a couple to a few years ago. And then it started showing creepy videos of people eating spaghetti and AI generated, I don't know, like advertisements and 3D generated, just a mishmash of various images that pertain to a certain theme. I guess you could explain it as. But I don't think you can even call the videos that we saw animations, because animations, the AI isn't utilizing animation software programs like, for example, Macromedia Flash, or the software program that they would use to make a movie for Pixar, a 3D generating CGI software. It seems to have its own self-expressive autonomy that mimics what it's been prompted to generate. So it kind of surpasses logic, in my opinion, for me at least. That's what makes it creepy. I find things creepy that I don't understand and that I can't get my head around. And the amount of water AI uses as well. That's probably doing some damage to the ecology in some form or fashion, I would suspect. Yeah, so I'm not opposed to AI completely. I think it's an alright tool to be using if you're using it to kind of spruce up a project or a product that you're selling. But the meat of the content is your self-creation. You're not using AI to replace yourself in any way. You're just using it like as thumbnails for your videos, or just artwork and things like that can help allure people in and look at your content. But the content is still you. So, I will probably never use it myself. It seems interesting to play around with, but then, as I say, it gives me this sense of dissonant ambiguity. So I'm not really kind of attracted to maybe having a conversation with ChatGPT. I think I might have done it once with text, just to find out where something was or whatever. Because it's good for that, it's good at scouring the internet and pulling out the best kind of information. Although, you don't know really what, if you're getting accurate information all the time. I would suspect I wouldn't completely trust it for everything, you know, because as I say, it's hard to gauge where it's coming from. There's no point of connection really to it. It's just visual kind of stimulus that you have to make sense of yourself, kind of thing. It's like a totally new kettle of fish in regards to like CGI and how far that's come. Even like deep fake, I guess. I don't know whether that's connected to AI in some form or fashion, but there's probably some kind of connection there, isn't there? You know, things like the quality of Grand Theft Auto and how far that's come evolutionarily from where it started, which was a 2D kind of micro machines, bird's eye view kind of old school game, wasn't it? But AI just seems to, I mean, it can literally take any image and morph it into looking like it's real. It like exists in its own little portal or dimension of existence. And I guess, you know, the Black Mirror is a portal in and of itself, isn't it? And they've come up with recently, haven't they, an application that you can join, or a program, I don't know what you call it, where you can feed the AI application photos from your photo album from bygone, you know, years that have already passed or whatever, recent ones, and it can bring them to life, basically like the halls in the Harry Potter Hogwarts, you know, with talking portraits in that movie. And it's like, wow, that's kind of weird. I think a problem that we're having with AI is that people are putting out AI generated content that's purely that, trying to make it look as realistic as possible, especially with like using animal videos and things like that, where I think like there's footage of bears snatching kids or something like that. And people are thinking it's real, but it's not real, giving you kind of a false sense of what might be going on with, you know, animals in this instance. So it can kind of like rewire your sensibilities, your instinctual sensibilities, couldn't it? If you're totally just constantly watching AI generated content without discernment. And some people don't even have that discernment to know that it's, you know, AI or not AI. And it's getting harder. The lines are getting more blurred between reality and AI generated stuff. So I guess it could reach some kind of saturation point, couldn't it? But I don't know. So the big question is, how much autonomy does AI have? And is there parameters to that? Or can it kind of just take over things? Like there's the theory of the dead internet, and I think that's like AI is just running rampant and just generating websites that people think are like active and have people behind them. So who knows how much of the internet that we're looking at is real and how much is just completely generated fantasy fiction.